we move on to the next section, I would like to again go back to the overall India graphics and where we stand today. As I said, we've had just over 1,100 cases in the last 24 hours, but that's been less than what was reported on Tuesday. So that gives us some comfort on a day-to-day basis, I guess. We have Dr. Sudarshan Balal, the chairman of Manipal Hospitals, joining us. Dr. Rajesh Malhotra, the chief of the COVID facility at the trauma center at AIIMS, is also going to be joining us. Dr. Balal, just wanted to get a sense from you about how you see India's overall trajectory at this time. How are we doing?
Good evening, Ms. Rajdar, and to the fellow panelists and the Honorable Minister. Thank you for having me here. I must compliment the Government of India and the people of India on the trajectory that we are on. We have done far, far better than the rest of the world. If you look at the number of cases, we only have 12,000 infections, which is 10 per million. And the death rate is 1 for 3 million in the entire country. And the Karnataka has done even better, where the death rate is 1 in 5 million. This is far, far better than the rest of the world, even assuming that we are not testing enough and maybe we are missing out some asymptomatic cases. But we have not seen any hospital that I am aware of which has seen scenes like what's happened in Italy, Spain, and New York. So overall, thanks to the people of the country, the government, and the health sector in general, who have sort of kept the COVID virus pandemic under control in India. And I do hope the extended lockdown and the measures that we are taking will further slow down the trajectory, and maybe we will come out of this pandemic very soon.
Right.
No pandemic lasts forever, and hopefully this also will end very soon.
Well, thank you for saying that. I think that it's good to hear doctors sounding optimistic as well, because often one puts on the TV or looks at newspapers and you get a little upset with all the negativity. So as a doctor, it's good to hear you say that. But Dr. Rajesh Malhotra, just a quick question to you on how we need to utilize this lockdown period for the maximum benefit of all of us. So therefore, do you think the most important thing in the next 3 weeks will be to expand testing so that we have a clear idea of where this has gone?
So that's absolutely right. When we buy time with the lockout, there are quite a few things which can be done. Not only that we are preventing the spread and we are trying to flatten the curve, it gives us time to do more testing. It gives us time to contain the clusters. It also gives us time to develop our own PPE kits, our own diagnostic kits. All this time is very valuable because it's the time is of essence. If you lose the crucial time, the thing will get out of your hands. On the contrary, this is the only way to keep things in check. And I personally think that if we adhere to these lockdown and the social distancing, we will be able to flatten the curve, and at the same time we'll be better equipped to fight this menace in terms of our wherewithal and our infrastructure. For example, while we were waiting, we have been at our institute able to standardize the techniques for sterilizing the PPEs. So if required, we can reuse them. So all this time that we are not overwhelmed, we can use this time to build up our infrastructure and contain the epidemic.
Dr. Malhotra, how is life going to change for us though after the lockdown ends? Because it will end someday. It can't sustain forever. But I guess all of us have to live our lives a bit differently, at least until a vaccine comes.
Absolutely correct. I always think to start with very basic things. I do hope that I'll see less people spitting on the road. I do think that we will start using masks. As in Japanese society, if you go, you see everybody wearing a mask. I think we are going to come out much wiser with this, and there will be permanent changes in our lifestyle. And for me, as a trauma center chief, I can tell you I've seen a precipitous fall in the trauma cases. The accident cases have gone down. We do get the fall from the height. Yeah, but the people are still falling from the roof. But maybe they are going upstairs to sort of pass some time. But then, it is a concern that when the lockdown is open and there are a whole lot of people who are waiting to be treated for diseases other than COVID, it is going to stress the healthcare facilities. That's my concern.
All right. Well, I wish we had more time tonight, but thank you to both of you for giving us a quick perspective on where we are as far as COVID-19 is concerned. And both of you agree we can use this lockdown period to strengthen our medical facilities, our health facilities, our testing and other infrastructure. And I think both of you are saying essentially that we can beat this, we can fight this. Thank you very much to both of you for being with us.